Hello, and welcome to the Download Files option in List Views. In this video, we will go over how to use the Download Files option in your SmartSimple system. We will review what the Download Files option button is and how to use it. The Download Files option in List View is a button that can be displayed within any application on the list view. This option allows a user to download any and all files, such as documents, PDFs, and spreadsheets, attached to the selected records. Once downloaded, a zip folder with the downloaded files will be created and can be accessed within your local system. The main purpose of the Files Download option is to allow users easy access to any documents of their choosing over multiple records within the UTA. It alleviates the issue of having to access each record individually and locating the appropriate documents. We will first head over to a tracking application of our choosing. Then we can go into its configuration settings, the level of our choice, and then the list view settings. Here, we can access and modify a list view of our choice. And when we scroll down, under our feature options, you can find the Enable File Download option available. Once enabled, we can save that and head back to our application manager. Here, once the list view has been selected, we can see that the Download Files option is available. After selecting the records that you would like to download the files from, you can click on Download Files, and a new window will pop up. On this window, the first setting is the Download Folder Structure option. This pertains to how the downloaded files are organized. This setting consists of 3 different options to choose from. We have our full per record per field, which will organize the zip folder to treat each record and field as a separate folder. Then we have our partial per record. This will organize the zip folder to treat each record as a separate folder. Fields will be ignored. And lastly, we have our none single folder. This will organize the zip folder to contain the files directly. For most cases, I would recommend selecting the full per record per field. You may also choose to exclude record name and field names from the file path, which when created, will have all the record and field folders be labeled as their numerical IDs. The second setting is the selection of your application fields. These are the fields within the record that can contain a file. You may select which fields you would like to download your file or files from. This will also affect the folder names if you had selected to have the fields organized as folders above. If you are unsure where your files are located in, you may select everything. In my case, I know where they're located, so I will select this one and this one. Then I can click download. Once downloaded, we can open up our zip file and we can see all the files pertaining within it. First, we have our full per record per field folder. Once downloaded, we have our zip folder. Going into that, we have our files folder. Going into that, we have our 2 records, application 1 and application 2. Then we have our field 1 and our field 2. And then we have our documents within our fields. Next, we have our partial per record folder. We have our zip folder again. Then we have our files folder. Going into that, we have our 2 records, application 1 and application 2. Then we have our downloaded documents directly in those. Lastly, we have our none single folder option. We have our downloaded zip folder. And then we have our 1 single files folder. And then we have our downloaded documents within that. This concludes today's video on Download Files option in list views.